he jumped off the balcony and killed himself.
Right.
So he killed himself, and she wanted, her sons, of course, wanted closure.
Right.
So
To make sure they have
to make
closure.
sure they have closure,
Yeah.
she took her sons to the
funeral,
funeral. And the strength of that woman, I mean, she's very strong, Phyllis. That particular show was one of our most viewed program, and she's telling me this in the car, and tears is coming. Tears, it was just.
No, I think I was driving.
Yeah.
So the other one I was driving for.
Yeah.
With her, I think I was at home, and I was so riveted to the story.
Yeah.
But anyway, you are watching Caribbean Classroom. My name is John Curry, host and the producer tonight. I have the infamous and the famous and the wonderful and the amazing mass producer, television producer, filmmaker, Mr. Junior George is here, and we're relating stories. His new venture, and I have to say the newest venture, in addition to a whole lot of other things that he's involved with, is this ride-along thing that has taken off. I mean, and I'm telling you, you have to tune in every afternoon, 6 to 7.
6 to 7
on Facebook.
On Facebook Live.
Go to his page and sign up with him, and you'll be treated. I'm telling you, and you will be informed as well, because Patrick. And we have to acknowledge the fact that the music that was playing at that piece just now.
That's Patrick.
That's Patrick's music.
Yeah. So we incorporate the stories with the music.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's a beautiful, I mean, a brilliant musician as well.
Yes.
Which is what I know him for, trying to become a famous singer.
Yeah.
Lots of energy on stage. Now, the other story that took me by a little bit of a surprise, and I think I was driving for that one, is the young lady from Carriacou.
Yes.
Who had
she had a shock. Her body went into shock.
She got news.
Yeah.
That her sister died or mother.
She got
died?
news that her aunt died.
Okay.
Her name is Jamilin.
Right.
She lives in Maryland right now.
Right.
But she's from Carriacou. To set up the story is that Jamilin contacted us because I knew of her story in press and in social media. She had a GoFundMe page.
Right.
So when I started RideAlong, I thought it was important for everyone to hear her story.
Mm-hmm.
So I contacted her and I said, we want to hear your story. This is the program I'm doing. I want to hear your story. At first she was shy, and then she called me back and she said, okay, she's ready to tell her story. Jamilin's story is a slight different, right? Jamilin was a very healthy person doing regular stuff, and then she got word that her aunt got hit by a train and died. That's the premise, and after that, everything went downhill.
From Carriacou via Maryland, or from Maryland via Carriacou,
yeah.
Miss Jamilin, who is still recovering and recuperating as we speak in Maryland.
How did that affect you after she fell? She fell into the rail, she hit the third rail, she got electrocuted, and the train hit her. And what happened after?
Well, actually, she was missing, and we couldn't find her. You know, when you put in a missing person report, they want you to wait 24 hours because she didn't come back home after she went for a walk. And, you know, the cops wanted us to wait 24 hours before somebody could even go out to look for her. And like a couple of days after, they found her in Kings County. And, you know, they had to go and identify the body and stuff like that.
So she passed away?
Yeah. She was already dead, and we didn't even know.
So how did that affect you? How did that blind you in the position that you're in?
That because I was at work at that time, because I'm doing nursing, and I was at work, and my aunt called me and she told me, she said they found her, and the last thing I remember, I was at work and I said, "Oh God, no!" I don't remember nothing else after.
So you passed away? You faint? You passed away?
I don't remember nothing else.
How close was the relationship with you and your aunt? How close was the relationship with you and your aunt?
We were close. We were close. That's my father's sister, and we were close because like, you know, for the last days before that happened, me and her was like so close. We were like talking like every day. Like she would call me and we would talk and encourage me and stuff like that. She was a loving person, like anybody would want to be around.
Right. And
So it like really hit me really hard when
so
when I
so
had the news.
so your body went into like mental shock.
My body went into shock. So like my body was like shutting down. Like all my organs and everything was just shutting down.
So after hearing the news of her being hit by a train and pass away, your body went into complete shock, and
Yes.
you start. And what happened after that?
Well, like I said, I was at work, and then all I remember saying was on the phone was, "Oh God, no, don't tell me that."
Ah,
And I don't remember nothing else. Well, my kids was at work with me that day because my boss wanted my kids to at work with me that day. So she tell the kids to call my husband to come pick me up because I
right.
wasn't moving. So my husband came, he picked me up. He had to lift me up, take me out the building, brought his friend to drive my car back home.
Ah.
And I don't remember none of this. I was at
So
home.
so
He
at
said
that
I
point,
was
your body start to your body start to
shut down.
deteriorate after hearing
Yes,
the
it was
news.
shutting down. Yep.
What kind of medical what did the doctor say? What happened?
It was like, okay, it's like, okay, like I wasn't getting oxygen going to my brains.
Oh,
So, like, everything, my cells started, like, he started on my kidney, my liver, like, everything was just shutting down fast. But at my feet, it went straight, it was coming up to my feet fast, so they had to amputate my feet right away.
so
There was no way to save it.
so the people in the in the chat room, I'm watching your comments. We're speaking here with this is Ride Along, another very emotional program. We're chatting here with my friend from Carriacou. Let me bring everybody up to speed where we are right now. So her aunt her aunt she got news that her aunt got hit by a train and she passed away. Her aunt ended up falling off the train, hitting the rail, and touching the third line, and she passed away. And after hearing the news, how you pronounce your name? I don't want to mess up your name. How you pronounce your name?
Jamilin,
Jamilin. Okay, Jamilin.
Jamilin.
After hearing the news, Jamilin, basically her body went in physical and mental shock, and she went into a coma. How long was that process? Tell us about. Well, of course you wouldn't remember that, but what happened from what was told back to you?
Well, my husband, like, we were gonna come up to New York that the morning.
Uh-huh.
Like, I got the news the Sunday, and we was gonna come up this Saturday morning.
Uh-huh.
But then my husband said he was trying to get me to get up, and I wasn't getting up. So he rushed me straight to the hospital. I
Right.
was at Prince George's County Hospital in Maryland.
Yes.
And, like, well, this nurse said that I vomited, and it went back in my lungs. So I wasn't getting air. So they had to airlift me to Baltimore to a hospital called Shock Trauma.
Okay.
So they airlifted me over to Baltimore now to Shock Trauma. And I was in there. While going there, my heart stopped. When I got there again, my heart stopped again. They had to shock me back to life.
So your
And
heart
they
stopped. Your heart stopped. Did they
on
say
the way
any?
there.
Okay, on the way there, your heart stopped.
Yeah.
Right. And what happened after that?
Then they had to shock me back. They had to shock me back to life. So the defibrillator,
Uh-huh.
that thing that they rub together and to shock
Yeah.
me back,
Yeah.
it burned me on my chest.
Yeah. And I saw the picture. It's actually a little bit gross. I don't want to show that picture
I
on.
got burned.
I don't want to show that picture on there. But you have a big burn mark on your chest.
Yeah. Well,
And
actually,
what is I see
actually,
put the camera down, a little bit. I saw there's something right on your neck. What's that?
yeah, that's part of it. Yeah. I did skin graft like about a month ago. They
Uh-huh.
did a skin graft because it's taking forever to heal. Because right there is like no muscle, like no meat. So it's taking
Uh-huh.
longer to heal because it's bone. So they did a skin graft on it.
Right. Okay. So your heart stopped twice. You got airlift. When you get to the hospital, what happened?
When I got to the hospital, I had my blood pressure was low. So they put me on this medication. It was a high dosage. and then my spleen started bleeding from the compression from the defibrillator.
Yeah.
My spleen started, something popped my spleen. So they had to open me now to remove my spleen.
Oh my God.
Yes. So after all of that, now they had to put me on kidney dialysis for about a week. I was on dialysis. They had to put me in a coma. I was in a coma.
Oh, so you was on a medically induced coma, right?
Yes.
They
yes,
induced you
because
to
my
a
blood
coma.
pressure was my blood pressure was just too low, and they couldn't control it.
Aye.
Yeah.
Jamilin story.
It touched me. It touched me in a funny way because it was actually the first. When we conceptualized RideAlong, those are the stories that we thought what I wanted to hear, but when I heard the story, it put me in a funny place. I never felt like that as a journalist, broadcaster before.
Right.
I mean, I've been in television for over 20 plus years. I've been running around doing interviews, interviewing artists, doing shows, live programs. Never put in a position where I'm faced with that various emotions of responding to people's reaction.
I've never heard of someone hearing of a death, and upon hearing of the death, that they go into shock like that.
Her body went into shock.
Right.
And the folks that you see in Jamilin there, she actually, both of her legs is amputated.
Right.
Not just one. They had to take both of her legs.
Right.
And it's not below the knee amputation, it was above the knee amputation.
Mm-hmm.
And it went so far that there was about this close for amputating her two arms as well.
Mm. She tell
the story that when they amputated her legs, it was within the first couple hours or so after she was taken from her home into the hospital.
Right.
Her aunt died, and
we have to say that she was a healthy, healthy woman.
Strong, healthy, regular person walking on the street.
Taking care of her family.
Taking care of her family. She had two kids,
right.
A boy and a girl that was in the background. And right now, she's living life as a double amputee, just trying to survive. But you would never believe
she don't sit still.
No, I asked her.
She got a motorized wheelchair. She can move.
Yeah, she can move. And I asked her, so what is your inspiration? What you looking forward to? She said, I'm looking forward to go back to work. I want to start to work.
Exactly.
So she wanna get those legs on.
I don't want to sit around and feel sorry for me.
No, she don't want nobody to feel. She's not asking anyone to feel sorry and cry. She wants people to laugh with her. And that's the kind of person she is.
No, I know we kind of are skipping over here because Junior, through RideAlong, has brought a few stories to us. And this other story is another gut-wrenching, mind-boggling, tears-jerking story. Now, I'm going to set this one up because I have fallen in love with this woman. And I'm doing everything that I can to get her some help. I mean, she needs help. Not that the other people that we saw before, the lady in Canada, she needs help and so forth. But this young lady here in Brooklyn, she got hit by a truck. No other way. She got hit by a truck. She was crossing the street, she and her baby. And she subconsciously, unconsciously, instinctively pushed the stroller where her baby was out of the way. And she took the hit of this SUV as she crossed the street. Can we roll the tape and hear a little piece of her story? Her name is Charlotte Nurse. Roll
that
tape.
White gate right there that you're watching, that is the gate. That is a house that she got pinned at that gate. Of course, it's fixed now, so you can't. There's no remnants of what actually happened. But she got pinned on this gate right here in that particular house. I'm sure the people that live in there could remember the story very well. Now, as we said, that she was walking from this area. So she walked past this area back there. All right? If you could check back there, I know traffic is bustling. One thing that everyone know about this area, Rutland and Remsen Avenue, is one of the spots that
there's a lot of activities, like a lot of accidents happen here. All right, a lot of accidents happen in this particular area right here, and I've even seen with my own 2 eyes accident that happened right on that intersection here. So I mean, I don't know what legal proceedings, and we're not even going to get into that. Let's talk about your life, and after your depression stage, you felt like this is it for you. You know, did you thought about how you're going to find love? Is anybody gonna actually want to be with you?
Oh yeah.
What was your thoughts on those lines?
Of course, I mean, of course, that wasn't my thought at first, you know. But yeah, I felt to myself that I wouldn't find anyone that would, you know, now love me for, you know, because of how I was, you know.
Right.
Like I have one leg. I'm basically disabled now, so. You know, it's like I'm not a normal person anymore.
So, did you ever thought about life wouldn't be worth it anymore? Did that ever cross your mind?
Yes. I wanted to give up.
Yeah.
I wanted to stop fighting. I just didn't feel like it would be worth it to still be alive and living this way. So in the start, you know, there was a lot of things going through my mind. How am I going to be a good mother? Because to me, being a good mom at that time was being able to take my son anywhere and do stuff with him without any help.
Yes.
And, you know, would I be able to find someone that would, you know, marry me or, you know, love me? You know, but all of that has changed now.
Right. So from that time, and I'll show you guys. So you get around right now with those crutches. That's
With my crutches.
That's for crutches right here. I want to show you guys another thing that you probably don't see a lot.
Careful.
Oh, sorry.
No, I don't want you to squeeze your finger.
Oh, yeah. So it's hard enough to manage it. Can we take it out of the bag?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is our prosthetic legs. Right? We're gonna take it out of the bag. Okay. So I hope we could.
Be careful.
Yeah, my finger gonna get crushed. I'll put it up through the sunroof. Now sometimes I like studio, but sometimes they can't do everything you want in a car. So
careful.
Oh, okay, it turns. All right,
yeah, because it will cut your finger right there.
Oh, right there?
My therapist has gotten cut a lot of times.
Okay, so this is our prosthetic legs. So explain it to us there. Because are you above the knee, right?
Above the knee.
Right. So how are you able to manage?
Well, I normally wear this. Okay, let's keep the bottom. I normally put this on first. It's like a glove.
If you could show it, right? So this is a piece. This is the add-on piece. Yeah.
This is what I have to put on my leg first. It's like a glove.
Yeah.
And there's a pin underneath.
Yes.
That goes in to the leg. Once I put it on, it goes in.
Right.
And it makes a click. Like it goes like that.
Right. And then so once you do that, then you put your legs inside. Yeah.
Yeah, this is weird.
It's coming out. You wanna take a break? Well, we can't really take a break, so you might have to. She have to do a little bit of a readjusting some cosmetic, because you would understand that after her accident and she got pinned, she had problems. I believe she lost. Let me close here. She lost some of her. You lost your teeth.
Yeah.
She lost her teeth at the front. So she had to go to dentist and get all of that repaired and stuff like that. So she have a cosmetic piece on right now, so she just have to readjust it, because the accident happened like about a year ago, but that doesn't mean that her life has come back totally to normal, so she's fixing that right now. No, that's fine. That's fine. We understand.
Hi guys, this is me again without the teeth.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right? Someone said earlier, I believe it, Aruna, they said that you're not disabled, you're stronger.
Miss Charlotte Nurse. She
Yeah.
had me.
Yeah.
She had me.
know-
Since you aired it, I had there's a friend of mine in Atlanta who saw it, and she immediately jumped on my case and said, you have to do something. And I've been in touch with her. I was hoping to have her here as a guest as well, but through a whole lot of legalese and what have you, so we decided kind of that to not have her come on, and we'll just show what we already have captured. Charlotte needs our help. So I'm asking anybody who watch this, and you are a physical therapist who knows connection. You have connections and contact, and something like a motorized wheelchair, something like a lift to help her in and out of vehicles and so forth. She's not comfortable with the prosthesis. She's not very comfortable with it in terms of the kind of fit. Because she had to lose, one of the legs were amputated.
One of the legs was amputated, but in addition to her legs being amputated, she had her whole entire groin area had to be reconstructed because of the accident. She said to me,
you mean
the whole area.
In the vagina area?
Well, I'm not too sure in particular spots.
But in the groin area?
The groin area.
That's the vagina.
Right. Okay. So
trying to be politically right.
That she had to have that reconstructed, and she explained to me that reconstruction, when she saw the X-ray, it looked like a jigsaw puzzle just went wrong. Everything was moved from all over. The bones was all over, so they had to reconstruct that. So she mentioned of some plastic. She a lot of things there, so she cannot function properly with the prosthetic legs. So that she and we captured that. I went to her house. I picked her up. We went into the car. We did the ride along. I took her back home, and the video that you saw going back is that when she was making her way back to the house, and it's a sad story because, again, this could be any one of us at any point in time. It's like,
because she minding her own business, crossing the street,
and those are the type of stories that are really engaging people in. This kind of everyday stories that happens, and people like, okay, well, this can happen to me. Yes, it can. This could be you. This could be me, and I'm passionate about this because this could be me. This could be a family member.
Be a family member.
And we're happy to be a part of people's lives in that way.
Yeah. What is it that you want people to walk away from? I know what you want, but what is it that you want people looking at when you do these things? What you want them to walk away from?
I want people to believe that they don't have to worry and stress about everything in life. Because there are people that have worse. They're given worse things to work with, and they're happy with it.
They're glad to be alive.
Like, I did another show with this homeless guy, and that was an emotional one as well. All of it is archived on my Facebook page. The guy have nothing really tangible in his that he could call his own, but he's still happy. He's singing with me. He's having fun. And believe it or not, there's people who live in their houses. There are people who have all this stuff, but they're still unhappy. They're still stressed. They're still going through so much problems. So my thing is, if I could show people that you don't have to be, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. So, and also in addition, I want to get people to tell their stories because it's therapeutic. It's therapeutic to sit and tell your stories to some. We're working with a lot of people right now that have anxiety disorder, that has what's the term? It just slipped me. But they just sitting there and they're just one step away from killing themselves.
Okay.
And
the suicidal.
The only reason why is because they don't have no one to talk to share their stories with. And it might be regular people like me, regular people like
and they
yourself.
look normal. To you and me, they look like normal.
Perfectly normal people. But you don't know the stress and the problem that's going in their head. And if you get a chance to talk to them, sometimes you could help one person, just one person. So we started a support group, same RideAlong support group. And every morning we make sure that we go in there, we tell people, something positive, something inspiration. So even if it helps one person, that's what we're trying to reach. One person at a time.
One at a time. Junior George, Ride Along, 6 to 7 every day of the week, including Sundays?
No, we take a break Sunday and Saturday. We rest.
Oh,
we chill.
no weekends?
No weekends. I spend it with the
So
family.
Monday to
go
Friday.
play soccer and all of that stuff.
All right,
yeah.
there you go. And your son plays soccer?
Yeah, my son plays soccer. You know, I'm a soccer dad.
You have to give your son a little
Yeah,
pop?
yeah. Every day he says, "Daddy, you ride along today?"
Yeah.
Sometimes I do ride along, like the one that you saw with Jamilin. I did ride along, dropping him off to soccer.
To soccer.
So I still do my regular thing. I do everything in my car. You know, I drive around, pick up people, drop my son, play soccer, do ride along.
It is a phenomenon, and it's growing, and people are responding nicely. And like I said, Charlotte is my project. I'm working
I'm happy
as far as I can and hard as I can.
I'm very happy to hear that.
To help out Charlotte,
Very happy
because
to
Charlotte
hear
has is it the guy is 3 years old? Or son?
Yeah, son is about, I think he's 3 years old.
So my son now has said that he's going to give up all his toys.
Wow.
Because he's now 12.
Okay.
So toys that he had from up to this point.
Yeah.
He's going to just wheel them over to her son,
She'll
to
be
Charlotte's
happy.
son.
She'll be so happy.
And
a lot of other people have reached out as well. Quartz Caribbean has reached out.
Okay.
And they're donating stuff.
She has a barbecue.
She has a barbecue coming up as well.
When you had it there?
At the 23rd, I believe.
Go to Junior's page and you go find it.
Junior George HD on Facebook.
Right.
I can't accept any more friends, but you could join the
follow.
support group. You could follow and join the support group.
Right.
And we're there to help.
There you go. On Caribbean Classroom, you never know what you can find. We bring programs and information and people who we know that will be of interest to you. Tonight is one of those nights where Junior is doing his thing, and we're so proud of the fact that you're doing it. And another Grenadian making waves in the Big Apple. Thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying the show. Thanks to my crew. Thanks to the crew. Thanks to the crew.
That's the crew clapping in the back there. Yeah, that's great. Thank you, crew.
And have a good night. Have a good night. Thank you. Damn, that hour just came in like zap.
That was an hour, I tell you.
Just when you start having fun, the hour.
Yeah, the hour does like when we're doing the show.